Welcome to Inner Fire Motivation Story. Subscribe my channel, like and share my video.
Pain creates direction. Impact begins with decision. Hurt demands growth. Responsibility builds power. Silence strengthens focus. Discipline creates freedom. Effort shapes identity. Consistency beats talent. Pain reveals truth. Action ends confusion. Clarity follows struggle. Standards define results. Growth lives in discomfort. Pressure forms character. Focus creates momentum. Meaning is built daily. Pain sharpens vision. Responsibility ends excuses. Habits shape destiny. Effort compounds quietly. Strength is trained. Fear fades through action. Commitment builds confidence. Inner order creates progress. Discipline outlasts motivation. Pain refines purpose. Consistency creates trust. Focus defeats distraction. Growth requires sacrifice. Impact demands courage. Responsibility restores control. Action builds belief. Silence fuels mastery. Pain awakens discipline. Standards protect future. Effort earns respect. Focus builds independence. Growth tests patience. Impact requires service. Strength grows in silence. Pain clarifies priorities. Responsibility creates freedom. Daily effort builds legacy. Discomfort unlocks potential. Action sharpens identity. Discipline builds momentum. Pain exposes weakness. Focus creates clarity. Growth rewards persistence. Impact leaves evidence. Responsibility builds resilience. Effort shapes character. Silence creates strength. Pain fuels ambition. Consistency creates power. Standards build confidence. Action replaces doubt. Focus sharpens execution. Growth demands honesty. Impact requires ownership. Discipline creates stability. Pain awakens awareness. Responsibility builds leaders. Effort creates self-trust. Silence removes noise. Pain strengthens resolve. Consistency creates impact. Focus becomes freedom. Growth reshapes identity. Impact begins when excuses end. Discipline simplifies life. Responsibility defines destiny. Effort transforms pain. Silence sharpens mind. Pain builds wisdom. Consistency protects progress. Focus creates results. Growth honors effort. Impact is earned daily. Responsibility builds strength. Discipline becomes identity. Pain creates meaning. Action shapes future. Focus drives mastery. Growth demands commitment. Impact begins today. There will be moments when life presses hard against you, moments when progress feels slow and effort feels invisible. This is where impact is born, not in comfort, not in applause. Impact is created when pressure forces you to decide who you are willing to become. Pain is not punishment. Pain is instruction. It strips away illusions and exposes truth. When life hurts, it is asking you to grow, to rise above habits that no longer serve you, to replace excuses with responsibility. Impact does not come from noise. It comes from quiet discipline repeated every day, from effort when no one is watching, from focus when distraction feels easier. Strength is built in silence and revealed in results. Most people wait for motivation. Impact builders rely on standards. Standards do not change with mood. Standards guide action even on difficult days. That is how progress compounds. Responsibility is power. The moment you stop blaming circumstances and start owning outcomes, your life changes direction. Ownership restores control. Control creates freedom. Growth demands discomfort. If you feel challenged, you are moving forward. If you feel pressure, you are being shaped. Resistance is evidence of development. Impact is not created in one breakthrough moment. It is built through small, disciplined actions stacked over time. Weekdays still matter. Quiet effort still counts. You do not need permission to begin. You need commitment to continue. Action silences doubt. Discipline builds confidence. Focus creates clarity. One day you will realize that the pain you wanted to escape was the force that shaped your strength, that the struggle you questioned was the training you needed. That is when impact becomes visible. Stand firm, act daily, build silently, become undeniable.
Bye-bye to Inner Fire Motivation Story. Subscribe my channel, like and share my video.